sorry. Lynn McKinnon.
20 years. 20 years.
Oh my God. I know what
Not
to
even
say.
McIntyre.
Lynn Gibson.
Sorry, Mayor.
Gibson.
One thing that we need to,
The matchmaker tonight.
the question was in our opinions, and I'm not going to reiterate some of the comments, which we all know is that there's been a lack of that fluidity between council members and mayors and staff and all of that stuff. So we really need to learn from those mistakes. I think that we've seen the fact that there are 70 candidates running in this election, that there is the will to make those changes. I agree that one of the other issues with so many new faces coming to council in this term, that it's really important that the training does take place. So learning from the mistakes from the previous 4 years is really an important factor. Thank you.
Thank you. That's Liz. Les Gibson.
Well, one of the failings is working together on common goals. First, we need to have input in from their citizens to decide what the main goals are and start working on them. We have to get diverse groups working together on a common theme. We have to maintain the friendly and progressive nature of Sudbury and build on it with future growth and success being the primary goal. If we all work together, we can start off one goal at a time and accomplish it. Thank you.
Okay, see if I can track it.
And this will start, Paul will start with you this one.
Paul Saziani. As a councillor, you serve your ward to address ward issues, and you have a responsibility to the greater city and the larger issues. Which is more important to you, your ward or the city?
Well, as a councillor, there's no question you represent your ward, but you're also a voice for everyone in this city. So it doesn't matter what comes on the table or on the table, you are one vote, okay, over the 13 people there. So you're working for your ward, that's most important, because you're going to get calls from your ward, but you're also working for the city on all matters every day when you're there. Thank you.
Folks, I feel that working for the ward is the most important thing. In my platform, I stress customer service, and that customer service is number one. I can assure you that during my campaign, I went out and I knocked on those doors myself. I didn't have volunteers come out and knock on the doors. I went and did it myself because I know that customer service is number one. And when you call a city councilor, you don't want their staff coming, you want them. So you know what, in this ward, the ward is the biggest priority, then the city, and customer service is number one, and you are the customer, the taxpayer, and I will be there to service you. Thank you.
Well, yes, it's a no-brainer that, of course, Ward 9 is my top priority, because that's why we have the ward system. Because if we didn't have the ward system, then you'd be a councillor at large and you'd be serving everybody. But you still have that ability to do that under the system we have. First of all, you serve Ward 9, and then any other major issues or major projects that come up that needs the council of a whole to vote in that, then you get behind and you back the city of a whole, and you make sure that you move forward. But of course, the Ward 9, like I said earlier, has been neglected for decades. And it needs a total overhaul from top to bottom, roads, infrastructure, transportation. You can go on and on and on, and the list goes on. So those are the key issues that have to be adopted, number one, and get to work on them today, not in 2 years' time, and then we move on and we work on the bigger projects as a city as a whole. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. The city's, it's our city. My kids are the 5th generation in this ward. All I could say is that I would have the best interest of both at heart. I would work tirelessly for both. To choose one or the other, we're all in this together, so to speak. So I would work hard for the city and for our ward.
have to do this officially, ladies and gentlemen. Ms. Liz Gibson.
And you still got it wrong.
Lynn Gibson.
I won't take it personally, I always wanted to be Liz, so. It's obvious that the people that vote for you are the Ward 9 constituents, so it's really obvious to me that the obligations and responsibilities are to the people of Ward 9. You still have to have the ability, however, because you're sitting at a council, and that's what city council are 12 representatives. But where you get the temperature gauge and what's going right and what's going wrong is from the people that are actually have elected you. So, Ward 9 folks, you are number one.
Lynn, you have to get less letters to your name.
The ward is very important. As we can see from the last 8 years, that we haven't had a councillor that favored our ward, that hasn't taken our ideas and gotten us results. I call it the takeaway ward. If they want to have savings, they come to Ward 9 and take it away. We have to collaborate with the mayor and other councillors, so we have to move initiatives forward that benefit our ward and our city. And there's a lot of common initiatives that will benefit. You know, we talk about the roads. We have the problems that the rest of the city have. We have to get together. We have to get our fair share. That's all we're asking. We're not asking to have more than any other wards. We're asking that we have our fair share and that the people are paying their taxes, get a good result from it. Thank you very much.
I'll repeat it, we are all in this together. What's good for the city is good for Ward 9. What's good for Ward 9 is going to be good for the city. We may live in Ward 9, but we work, we go to school, and we play in all the other wards. We use the other wards' roads as well. But if you elect me, I will be responsive to your issues at City Hall. I will be your voice at City Hall, and I will help you with your issues of wherever you live, whatever your issue is. In order to move forward to be a better Sudbury, we have to work together. All the wards have to work together, and it can't be just a single ward over another ward. So again, we all rise together. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We now move to closing comments. You have 2 minutes, and we will start with Aaron Beaudry. Aaron.
Our city used to be a beacon of wealth, prosperity, and opportunity. It used to be the home of the natural resource advantage. We were able to reap the rewards of personal responsibility and hard work. We were able to be a city where you were able to leave behind an even greater opportunity for your children. Somewhere along the way we got lost. Folks, today the same principles that apply to balancing a family budget apply to balancing a municipal budget. It's not a revenue problem that we have at City Hall, it's a spending problem. And people at the doors have been telling me loud and clear they have had enough. We have had enough of a government that doesn't listen to Sudburyans, doesn't reflect our values, and doesn't even seem to care. Over the past 10 months, I've been humbled and inspired from the support by members of our community, but as long as ordinary people like you and me see millions of dollars being spent on political pet projects, while ourselves can't get our roads fixed, or our arenas built for our children, or even a family doctor, then we can't expect to restore your faith in our local government and the city's marketplace. Ladies and gentlemen, change is in the air. You and I, we have the opportunity to write the next chapter of the Sudbury story. The story of Sudbury leading the way. This is the chapter that I want to write, and I invite you to join me. On October 27th, elect a new generation of leadership, elect Aaron Beaudry. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, closing comments is always interesting, and I'm sure you people are anxious to get them over with as well. And again, thank you all very much for coming out tonight. Well, I fight for, like, I put my leadership and my leadership record on the table, and I'll put it on the table up against anybody, anytime, any day. I make the tough decisions, I fight the tough fights. I, along with Claude Gravel, we took on the tough fight of keeping Nickel Belt, which includes all of Ward 9, intact and remain a riding in the federal government. I had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of petitions signed right down here in front of the post office in Coniston and all over Ward 9 and Nickel Belt, and we won that fight. And we not only won that fight, but we won that fight through tough, hard leadership. And I made presentations at City Hall in front of the Boundaries Commissioner, and they agreed. And they left us with the 10 federal wards in Northern Ontario, which is extremely, extremely important. And now the people of Ward 9 does not have to go to Algoma District and Elliott Lake to get their federal services. You get them right now, right in Sudbury, where you should be getting them. That is an important thing. I intend to be a strong, tough leader on City Council. I know I have the track record to back it up, and I know I have the voice that will deliver your needs, your concerns, and get things passed, get projects on the agenda, and get them dealt with. We can no longer stay in the background and operate in silence. That's gone on too long, and it cannot be tolerated anymore. There's so much stuff to be done in our ward, and there's so much to be done with our new city, I'll call it the new city, I guess we're still doing that, but also our new council. And when we work together as a team, we're going to achieve that, and I intend to be front and center on that. So on October 27th, I ask you, send Wyman McKinnon to Tom Davie Square, and you're sending a strong voice that will deliver, a strong voice that will not back down and will make the tough decisions on your behalf, but also in consultation and communication with Ward 9.
Thank you very
That's
much.
how I operate.
Thank you.
My family work, volunteer history, my employment history, these are experiences that I have and skills that I have that let me work as part of a team. When I decided to go into this election, my wife and I decided that we were going to contribute all of the financial stuff ourselves. I'm backed 100% by my wife and I. I'm 100% independent. My motivations for running were very simple. It's to serve the residents of Ward 9. I would work tirelessly for you. I would be publicly engaged with you, and that's what I have to offer. Thank you.
I'm sure. Positive.
This is where we get to bare our souls a little bit, and I have to say that when I look around this fully packed room, that it just reiterates the campaigning that I've done door to door and on the phone and on the internet as well. The people of Sudbury are awesome. Friendly Sudbury, whatever you want to call it. It's really important that we appreciate the people of Sudbury, because we make a city like Sudbury a beautiful place to live. We need to do some fixing up. We need to do some housework. But I think that at the end of the day, we're going to be moving into a really new generation of politicians here during this election campaign. As you all know, there's 70 candidates. I was a little saddened that there weren't many more women running, unfortunately, but there were only 7 women out of the 70 that are running, which is not a real good equal representation. I'm so pleased to see in the audience the young people. I can't believe that you're still sitting here with us, but it really does give me hope and faith, much like my children and my grandchildren, that this will be a place where people want to live in 50 years and 60 years and so on. This is a place where people want to work, live, and a place where people want to invest in and retire in. And I wish that you really make those considerations and vote for Lynn Gibson, experienced leadership that listens. My heart's in this, so I look forward to serving you on October 27th. Make sure that you tick off Lynn Gibson. Thank you very much.
Our communities are at a crossroads this election year. We need to make changes to how the city is led and managed if our communities, our business, and our families are to thrive in the next decade. We need leadership that upholds the values of transparency, accountability, and sustainability. We need a council that works for the best interests of all its residents and takes decisive actions to make things happen now. I want to be part of the positive leadership in our community. I believe passionately that I have the skills and community development experience that can be the voice that Ward 9 needs on this new council. I am prepared to collaborate with the mayor and other city councilors to move initiatives forward that benefit our ward and our city. When elected to council, I will strive to maintain the friendly and progressive nature of Sudbury and build on it with future growth and success being my primary goal. Community leaders need to achieve a balance between meeting the everyday needs while developing the vision of a future far beyond the next 4 years. We must start with business and investment opportunities that respect Sudbury, its citizens, and their lifestyles, while bringing lasting job opportunities that will be received with open arms. Real leadership is not just about campaign promises. It's about working hard day in and day out to make the city a better place. I have a proven track record of creating high-impact initiatives generated from collaborative ideas and collaborating with many community groups to create programs that make a difference in this community and its people. I want to put those skills to work for our ward at City Council. Make this a workable council. Vote less list. Thank you.
I want to thank everyone here for coming, and the candidates, the other candidates who are running. I have a great deal of respect for the people, after having been through all of this, for people who do step up. You're all here because you care and because you want a better Sudbury. If you select me on Monday, or tonight when you go home, I promise to work collaboratively with City Council. I promise to work hard, and I promise to keep working right to the very end, just like this campaign. I want to work with business. I want to work with the community groups in our city. I'm committed to the promise of our community, and I promise to work hard to get things done. If you want to know more about me or my platform, I have a website, www.debmcintosh.ca, sorry. And I hope that tonight when you go home, or tomorrow when you go home and you're sitting at your computer, or on Monday, that you select Deb McIntosh for Ward 9. Thank you very much and good evening.
Well, I guess I'm the last one. Well, we can all stand up here and make all these commitments and let you hear what we tell you. But the main thing is we have